And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here on Sunday night, baby. We got the 6-3 Detroit Lions going up against the defending 7-2 Philadelphia Eagles, man. We should have a great matchup here in Philly. So, Detroit, man, trying to keep pace. The Chicago Bears won, the Packers won, and they need to keep it going. And they're going to have to do that against a very, very tough Philadelphia team. They are not as dominant as they were a year ago, but they are still finding ways to win every single week, man. And for Philadelphia, yes, there's chaos in their locker room. A.J. Brown is basically, it would be a surprise if he's here after this season. But for right now, they're going to have to find a way to make this guy happy, and that is getting him the ball. He is one of the best receivers in the NFL. And as much as we don't like players complaining, especially wide receivers, because they seem diva-ish, but man, dude, I mean, the guy's just not getting any targets, man. And that's going to have to change tonight because they're going to need everybody on deck to be able to handle this scrappy and freaking at times dominant Detroit team. And we'll see if A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley can rise to the occasion and get things done tonight. We'll figure it out. Let's freaking go. Whew. All right. So Packers, Lions, and Seahawks there in the wild card. Rams, Eagles, Bears, and the Buccaneers are at the top of their divisions, which is wild to say, man. Would you have thought that the Chicago Bears heading into Week 11 would be the number one team in the NFC North, even into Week 4 or 5? No. Everybody thought this team was dead in the water, and look at what they have done, man. They have looked like one of the better teams in the NFC, man. 7-3 Chicago. And once again, Detroit trying to keep pace with them, trying to get a win here tonight. And the Green Bay Packers are not that far off. All right. Detroit going to kick it off, and Philadelphia going to get the ball here. Bates kicking it away. It's going to be caught in the end zone and taking a knee. Detroit. All right, we got Jalen Hurts coming onto the field. And just look at this lineup, man. Dallas Goedert, Devonta Smith, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson. Cam Jurgens is back. Holy cow. One of the better centers, if not one of the best centers around the league, man. When he is healthy, he's been so dang good that they have not really missed Kelce since he retired. And that's saying a lot. Kelce is going to be in the Hall of Fame at some point. And for a young guy like Cam Jurgens to be able to come in and replace him, it's impressive. All right, Hurts under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver on that left side. Little play action. Looking, throws, and gets it out to, and it's going to be incomplete, actually. Devonta Smith unable to haul that one in. All right, Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Two receivers on that right side. Two tight ends set. Looking, throws to the left, and in and out of the hands of Dallas Goedert. All right, two passes, two drops. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Eagles. All right. 5 receiver set, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Hurts takes the snap, looking, throws to the left, and is that going to be another drop? That might have been a catch by A.J. Brown, but he was on his knees catching that one. That's going to be a first down, man. Gain of 12. Ball at the 47. All right, first and 10. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers on that right side. Hurts looking, running to the left. He's pressured, throws down the field, and he's got Saquon running down the left sideline, and that's going to be, oh, there's a flag on the field, and they're saying it's incomplete as well. And it's a holding penalty on the Eagles, so the catch would not have mattered anyway. See here. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Lane Johnson barely holding on to Hutchinson. Actually, he was holding on to Hutchinson. That was the issue. But, dude, he got pushed back like 7 yards. Woo! Just a great bull rush there by Aiden Hutchinson. David, go Lions. How dare you, sir? How dare you? I know you don't like the Eagles, but how dare you? It's going to be a run to the right, and that'll be good for about 3, maybe 4 down to the 41. And that was actually Tank Bigsby who gets the first carry of the game. It's not even Saquon. I picked the Eagles to win, but go Lions. That's fair. That's fair. All right. 2nd and 15. Ball once again at the 41.5-yard line. Hurts. Quick throw to the right. And not on the same page as A.J. Brown. Looking for a back shoulder throw, and A.J. was taking it up the field. Yeah, Lane Johnson is going to have his hands full. Ooh. Lane just said, no, I'm not going to go to Hutchinson on the right side. I'm going to cut it back in. Yeah, Hutchinson literally just unblocked to Jalen Hurts. So that's probably why he had to get that ball out quick. All right, 3rd and 15. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right. 3 receivers on that left side. Takes a snap. Looking. Still with time. Still in the pocket. Going to take off and run. And he will be brought down. Depending on when they blew this whistle, it's either going to be a loss of 1 or a gain of 2. And it looks like they are saying Hurts was able to pick up a yard. All right. So the Eagles, their opening drive goes nowhere outside of the great catch there by A.J. Brown to pick up the first. Couple penalties, couple bad plays. Wipe away some nice completions by the Eagles. Caught at the 15. Going to reverse field Khalif Raymond. And he's going to be brought down at the 14. Loses a yard on the play. David, what if I root for a tie? These parameters are acceptable. I mean, I guess if the Lions are not going to lose, I guess the best case scenario for the Packers would be a tie. Where is Philly? There we go. So I'm trying to set up everything here. And there we go. Jeez. Oh, they're showing the Rocky steps here. Let's go. Oh, they put the Rocky statue back on the at the top of the steps there. Okay. I thought they moved that off to the side. Dude, that Rocky music still so good, man. Still holds up. Still holds up. Gets you all pumped up. All right. Looking, rolling out to his right, and he gets it out to St. Brown for a nice gain of about 9. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Single receiver to the right. Quick throw, gets it out to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to pick up the first before going out of bounds. Gain of about 4 on 2nd down. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 36. Goff looking, throws it, and that's going to be intercepted. Cooper DeJean to the 20, to the 15, and down to the 11. And oh boy. Was that Jalen Carter? And I said Cooper DeJean. That's actually Nakobe Dean, apparently. My bad. Wow. You saw the Eagles do this quite a bit against the Packers last week. That is, jump up and bats a couple passes down. Oh no, it was Cooper DeJean. The broadcast said it was Nakobe. Come on. See, man, I'm so good. All right, 1st and 10 from the 11. Eagles with the ball after picking it off here on the tip. Tip drill. Play action, gets it out to A.J. Brown, and he's going to be spun down for a gain of about 2. All right. 2nd and 8, ball just inside the 10. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Hands it off to Saquon there. And he'll pick up about a yard. Getting it down near the 8. And believe it or not, that was actually Cooper DeJean's first interception in the regular season. I think this season. All right, we got 3rd and 8, 5 receiver set, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. A.J. Brown split out to the left. Hurts takes the snap, finds A.J., and that'll be incomplete, trying to force the ball to the disgruntled wide receiver. I don't know if you, and that was a Rock Ya-Sin on the coverage, so pretty dang good coverage there by the former Raider. Jake Elliott in for this field goal. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Philadelphia not able to take full advantage of the great field position after the interception, but they do get 3 on the board. We got 9:43 left in the first quarter. All right. All right. So, talking about offenses. Coming into this game, the Lions, the 10th overall passing offense with 236 through the air, man. Pretty dang good. Top 10. On the ground, 136. Good for 6th in the NFL. And then when it comes to turning the ball over, which we just saw them throw their 4th interception of the year, they're coming in ranked 4th with only 6 turnovers on offense, man. 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions. And then in terms of putting up touchdowns on offense, they were the 2nd best team coming into week 11. 21 touchdown passes, 13 touchdowns on the ground for a total of 34, man. That is dang good. They're basically averaging over 3 touchdowns per game, and it's, yeah, not surprising. And then when it comes to scoring success per drive, they were coming away with at least a field goal on 47% of their offensive drives. Once again, scoring drives percentage comes away with either a touchdown or a field goal on your drives. 47% of the time, they're coming away with some type of points. That is good for 4th in the NFL. And then for the Philadelphia Eagles on this side, boom, right here. Only 197 yards all through the air. That is 25th. So once again, you're starting to see that. You saw that during the Green Bay game. That's kind of how they've been for the most part for most of the season. That was not a atypical performance by the offense. That's basically what they do. They're typically under 200 yards. And when it comes to running the ball here with Saquon Barkley, for the most part, 111 yards. That is way, way down from their average from a year ago. They are 21st in the NFL. In terms of turnovers, barely any. 3 fumbles, 1 interception. That is number 1 in terms of turnovers on offense. They are one of the most careful teams with the ball. Touchdowns, 16 passing, 9 running. That is good for 12th in the NFL. And finally, only coming away with some points on 35.5 of their offensive drives this season. That is 25th in the NFL. So a team that is struggling to get points. All right, it's going to be a below average return there for Khalif Raymond. Great coverage there by the Eagles. All right, Captain, why are the lights on? Shouldn't they be off, Dave? So I have decided to kind of just turn them on. I started doing that, I think last week. And yeah, it just makes the whole stream look a little bit more consistent. So yeah, changing it up. First and 10, ball at the 21. Goff under center. Hands it off to Jahmyr Gibbs, trying to bounce it out to the left, and that goes nowhere. Loses a yard on the play. David, yeah, well, point at numbers is more fun if you use that next finger down for pointing at the middle row. Kind of go boom, 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 like this. Start with the pinky at the end. And then you got to flip it over, starting with the thumb. All right. 2nd and 11, ball at the 20. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. Condensed formation. Looking, pressure. Down he goes. Back at the 15. We do have a flag in the backfield, but that actually might be on Detroit. Jalen Phillips, one of the newest acquisitions from Miami, coming away with a sack. That's a heck of a play for the Eagles there. That penalty will be declined. Let me see here. Captain, don't Thursday Night Football, though. Dave is just covering with the lights. Excuse, he's scared of the dark. I am. All right, man. I can't see things. I hear noises. It's terrifying. 3rd and 16. Trying to get it to St. Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Well underthrown. All right, punt is away. Biscuits. I never even changed the possession. Unbelievable. And there's going to be a flag there. Also, David, don't pretend like you're not afraid of the dark either, man. We all are. All right, either the boogeyman or the kukui is going to come for me, and I don't want either of those guys here. All right. Packer Nations, well, I know one thing. The Lions are going to allow a lot more points than the Packers did. Feels like it, man. It feels like one of those Detroit letdowns, man. At least early on. Dave, I saw the refs were trying to win the KC game with their 20-plus field goals. As for the dark night vision monoculars. Brosif. Ooh. Dang, look at that, man. With the ideas. There we go. Also a Maglite for... You know what, man? See, man, you got plans, man. You got backup plans. That's how you beat them. That's how you beat them. Yeah, there was a lot of flags in that Kansas City game, man. There was a lot. Packer Nations, to be honest though, man, I think Packers legitimate could sweep Detroit this year. I mean, there's a good chance, man. I'd still believe that the Packers match up well with what Detroit wants to do. They want to run the ball, and they want to go off play action. The Packers do a great job of stopping the run. They have almost all season. They've only allowed one runner to go, I think, over 100 yards, and that was Rico Dowdle a couple weeks ago. And that was basically it, man. They held to like you can look back at week 1. They held Jahmyr Gibbs to almost nothing. On the ground, through the air, did not matter. They looked great. And I don't think that is going to change too much. I think the biggest issue for the Packers is offensive consistency, man. It's just starting out quick, sustaining drives, even for field goals in the middle, and then being able to come away with some big runs and big plays at the end. That's the big thing. It's going to be a toss to the left, and Saquon picks up some good yardage, man. He might have picked up the first. And he did, man. He picked up the first and a little bit more. Nice. Saquon was held to just 63 yards last week, and yes, I agree with you. There we go. Yep. All right. Hurts fakes the handoff, throws to the left, running and that's going to be his tight end running a flat route there. I think he only picked up about 2 or 3 yards, but keeps the chains. Sorry, keeps the line of scrimmage moving up the field. That's a good thing. All right, we got 2nd and 4, ball at the 41. Philly under center. Hands it off to Saquon, and he will pick up another 3 yards. So 3rd and 1 coming up. Yeah, right now Saquon averaging 64 yards per game. That is the lowest since 2021. And right now he's averaging less than 4 yards per carry. All right, I got 3rd and 1. Hurts under center. Hands it off to Saquon, but that's going to go nowhere. A loss of 2 on the play. 4th and 3 coming up. Woo! Trying to get tricky with the motion on the end around. Handed it off to Saquon, who was basically at the fullback position there. Just off to the left of the left guard. That went nowhere, man. Packer Nation, I bet you anything when Reed comes back, the Packers offense is going to flip, and watch how good they become again. I hope so, man, because Packers early today, I should say, against the Giants, they were dealing with some bad drops, especially by Romeo, which you don't really see that too much with Romeo Doubs. Khalif Raymond catching this one, and he will be tackled basically immediately. It'll be inside the 15. All right. We're going to go to a commercial break. Haha, suck it, Eagles. I don't think they can suck, man. They don't have lips. They got beaks. Beaks. How about, peck at it, Eagles. Do Eagles lick? I don't know. I know they can peck. But can they? I don't know. All right. Bam, 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 bam. Packer Nation, although Doubs had those drops, he did come up big towards the end with those big. Oh, absolutely, man. Like I said, I think I made the joke that all he had to do was just unplug them, wait for 30 seconds, and then plug it back in. Yep. Sometimes you got to do that with your hands. Just plug and then ready to go. All right. These are the defensive stats for these teams. Let's check it out. So, Detroit giving up a little over, just exactly 200 yards through the air. That is good for 12th in the NFL. So, kind of just out of the top 10, but still pretty good. And then giving up just 94 yards on the ground, top 10. Good for 8th in the NFL. They've been pretty good, and I expect them to continue to play well even against guys like Saquon, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Hurts. They're going to hold them in check. In terms of turnovers, defensively, only 11th in the NFL. Good for 12 turnovers. 8 interceptions, 4 fumble recoveries. And then finally, in terms of giving up touchdowns, surprisingly, quite a bit. 18 touchdowns the Detroit Lions defense has given up. 7 on the ground. That is good for 19th overall with 25 defensive touchdowns given up. And finally, when it comes to red zone defense, one of the better ones in the NFL. We just saw that. They only gave up a field goal when the Eagles were inside the 15. They are giving up a touchdown on only 48% of their defensive red zone opportunities here. So it's going to be a nice little end around, and that'll be picking up 9 yards for Jameson Williams. All right, Packer Nation, they might be best for Packers to play in the road in the playoffs. Seems like they score more points when it's not at home. Yeah, for some reason, man, over the last, I would say, almost since the Giants back in 2007, Packers have not really enjoyed a whole lot of an advantage at Lambeau Field in the playoffs. David Montgomery up the middle, and he will pick up a first down gain of about 6 or 7 there. And Lane Johnson, the starting right tackle for the Eagles, he is walking into the locker room very gingerly. It looks like he was favoring that right foot on every step. All right, 1st and 10, Goff under center. A little bit of a play action, looking, throws it to David Montgomery towards the left sideline, and he'll pick up a gain of either 9 or 10. Yeah, and also the Packers are a perfect 4-0 when they score 27 touchdowns. Sorry, 27 points. My goodness. Can you tell I've been doing this for a couple hours today? Yeah, exactly when they score exactly 27, they are undefeated, man. 1st and 10, ball at the 37. Goff throws it over the middle, and he gets it out to Jameson Williams, and he will be in Philadelphia territory after a big catch over the middle, man. All right, we got 1st and 10. Holy cow, they got 4. They got 2 running backs and a tight end in the backfield there. Direct snap to David Montgomery, and he only picks up about 2 yards there. David, 27 touchdowns, winning by enough to start a revolution. Let's go. Yeah. 27 touchdowns. Unbelievable. Seriously, I should probably do like a super cut of all my gaffes for the year. That'd be hilarious. I might actually do that. It's going to be... Oh, dude, that's a lot of film. That's a lot of freaking film. 2nd and 8. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looking. Rolling out, and he will just throw that one away. It'll be 3rd and 8 coming up. Let me see here. Jameson Williams, a.k.a. Mr. Whiskey. Woo! Let me see here. I'm not disagreeing with you. I like it. I like Mr. Whiskey. But how about... This can be a vote for everybody. How about Mr. Double Shot of Whiskey? All right. Goff hands it off to Montgomery, and on 3rd and 8, what the heck was that? Gains only 2 yards. Oh, okay. They're setting up a field goal. Gotcha. Or are they going for it? Uh-oh. Oh boy, we got an offensive lineman down for Detroit. That's not good. So an update on Lane Johnson. It is a foot injury. He is questionable to return to the game. So yeah. What do you think, Mr. Double Shot of Whiskey? Hmm. Double Shot of Whiskey? Sure. All right. Let's get it going. Dang it. All out. So yeah, the offensive lineman that was hurt for Detroit, that is Tate Rutledge. He limps off the field after being checked by the training staff. And it looks like Tristan Colon is going to be the backup there for 4th and 6. And is Detroit going to kick a field goal, or are they going for it here? They're going for it. 4th and 6. Ball at the 40. Goff in the shotgun. Condensed formation. Running back to his right. And they do not snap the ball here. David, currently I only have vodka available and some hard root beer. Ooh, have a nice have a bottle of that hard root beer, man. That's sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. And the punt is away. It'll be fair caught at the 15. Yeah, so apparently Detroit did not want to attempt a 58-yarder in this weather. All right. 1st and 10, ball at the 15. Saquon running it to the left, and he will get about 5 yards there, brought down by Brian Branch. Dude, what is going on when the Eagles have the ball? The NBC does not have the the markers, you know, the lines that they paint on the broadcast. They must be having issues either with that side of the production or the, I don't know. It's weird. All right, ball at the 19, gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Handoff to Saquon, and he's going to be brought down back at the 16, dude. That play looked horrendous from the beginning. Saquon surprisingly actually broke a tackle before losing 3 yards. All right, who's the backup for weirdly enough, the backup for Lane Johnson is his no, I was gonna say his brother, but I'm messing with you. But it's Fred Johnson. So the Eagles have backup Johnsons. If in case they injure their first Johnson, they always have a backup Johnson. Johnson. All right. That is the end of the first here. All right, David, it's easier to rig the game that way. High tush, push, offside's easier. Oh yeah, sorry. Family show, bro. Sorry. What I said Johnson, man. It's the last name. Get your mind out of the gutter, guys. God, so immature. I was born in the gutter. Allegedly. Ooh. That's alright, man. I was born on the top of a tree. I don't know how I got up there. I think the stork dropped me, but it is what it is. Seems like that stork might have had a double shot of whiskey when he was delivering me, man. There's a joke with that born at the top tree comment, but it would be rude. There we go. Yeah, it is a family show, man. Come on. 3rd and 8. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Receiver in motion. And he delivers a throw, a catch, and that's going to be incomplete. Devonta Smith unable to haul that one in. He would have been short of the first anyway, but at least it would have been about 4th and 1. All right, we got 14:54 here in the second quarter. And catches it out of bounds, and the ball will be spotted probably somewhere around the 40. So, really good field position for the Detroit Lions here. Family friendly joke. How does a cow hide in a cherry tree? He paints his hooves red. I like that one. That's actually pretty good. I like it. His hooves. His hooves. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 39. Goff hands it off to Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's going to pick up 5 yards down near the 44. Yeah, right now the Eagles are just they're doing everything to stop the run, and they are letting Goff kind of pick his targets, but they're playing tough coverage, man. That right now the Eagles defense is playing dang good football. They're keeping the Eagles in this game. Goff with another handoff. Jahmyr Gibbs having the reverse field, and he will pick up about another 2 or 3 yards there, so setting up a 3rd and short. All right, 3rd and 1. Ball at the 47. Sorry, 48. Handoff up the middle, and Jahmyr Gibbs gets stacked up right at the line, and that is going to be going nowhere. 4th and 1 coming up. All right, Detroit is staying on the field. We'll see if they snap the ball. Very condensed formation here. They do run up the middle, and I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it. And there, it's going to be a turnover on downs for Detroit, man. Going for it on their own side of the 50, and they just got burned. Damn, that is rough. Putting your defense in a tough spot here, man. David, sometimes I want to find a street name down street and take a turn over there to get a picture. Heck yeah, man. Oh, wow, man. What street was I surprised to see the name of it? Oh, man. I took a picture of it, and I don't think I have it on my phone, man. It was a weird, just like a really funny street name. Hmm. Can't remember it, man. I cannot freaking remember it. Dang it. All right. We'll finish up talking about these teams here. So defensively, once again, Philadelphia giving up 209 through the air, good for 14th. Giving up 119 on the ground, man. So still good for 19th, but they definitely do give up yardage on the ground. Only 9 turnovers, and is 24th in the NFL. They had a couple from last week, unfortunately. And then giving up 19 total touchdowns on defense, 8 through the air, 11 on the ground. Good for 5th. They're one of the best defenses at not surrendering touchdowns. And then finally, in terms of the red zone defense, they are giving up a touchdown on 66.7% of opportunities from opposing offenses once they get inside that 20-yard line. So one of the worst red zone defenses in Philadelphia. Little play action. Jalen attacking the middle of the field and incomplete. Trying to target Devonta Smith. There was double coverage there. He's lucky that safety could not locate the ball. Otherwise, he could have just kept running and basically just snatching that one uncontested. All right, 2nd and 10. 5 receiver set, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Looking, throws to the left. He's got a man, and that'll be incomplete. No flags, and Brian Branch doing a good job on Dallas Goedert. 3rd and 10 coming up. All right. Takes the snap, looking, throwing it, and that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Devonta Smith again near the left sideline, and that'll be no good. 4th and 10, man. Dude, if you're the Eagles, man, you gotta find out something on offense, man. This is bad. All right, they're about to punt it away here. We got 12:46 left in the second quarter. Punt is in the air. Be fair catching it at the 20. Khalif Raymond having the dive to catch that one. Holy cow. We do have a flag. Looks like it's going to be on the Eagles there. It might have been a face mask. And David, what's your favorite Thanksgiving meal? Give me your perfect plate on Thanksgiving, my man. And they're gonna get Trotter Jr. there for a face mask, so that's gonna move that ball a little bit further down the field for the Detroit Lions. There's a town called Downs in Kansas. I put a turnover on the city limit signs. That could work. There we go. There we go. All right. 1st and 10, ball at the 35 after the penalty. Delayed handoff. Montgomery finding some room. He picks up about 3 or 4 there. This could be a David Montgomery night. He's a little bit more of a physical runner. Still has good speed. He doesn't have the explosiveness of Jahmyr Gibbs, but they may not need that here tonight. Because Jahmyr Gibbs, man, a couple times on that previous drive, man, he got blown up. Couldn't get anything down the field after contact. 2nd and 6. Quick throw, gets it out to his tight end, and he will pick up another 3 or 4. That is the backup right. With a nice little flat route catch there to the right sideline. It'll be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2 coming up. David, sweet potatoes with melted marshmallows on top. Ooh, there we go. Mashed potatoes. Ooh, a lot of potatoes. A lot of potatoes. I like it. Cranberry, jello, turkey, corn, cheesecake for dessert. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. Over the middle and in and out of the hands of St. Brown. What the heck is Jared Goff doing, dude? On that throw. Just lay it up for him, dude. Why are you driving it when he's literally like 7 yards down the field? Yeah, that ball was thrown behind him, too. C-Strop. Morning, Dave. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cuál David? Which David? Him or me? Him or me? 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 Or him? And a turnover. Unfreaking believable. Detroit could not handle the freaking punt. And it's another turnover by Detroit. Wow, man. It is not Detroit's night right now, man. And the weird thing is, it's a 3-0 game. They tried a freaking fake punt. Like, I like Dan Campbell's aggressiveness, but you got to pick your spots, man. You really got to pick your spots. Wow, man. So Detroit has turned the ball over on downs twice on back-to-back drives inside their own territory. The dinosaur. Oh, wait. Just a joke? Just a joke. Oh, how dare you. How dare you. So apparently the Eagles had their starting defense out there for that punt. That turned out to be a fake punt. So the Eagles, they were ready for that one. If you're Dan Campbell, man, like, what is going on here? I'm right there with you, Seastrom. Like, come on, man. Get it together. Get it together. Come on. First and 10. Handoff up the middle. Saquon with a spin move, and he will pick up 8 yards. And they are just marching down the field. Now, man, they got a little bit of rhythm. They got a little bit of momentum. Like, you know, eventually this Eagles team is going to find their way towards a field goal, if not a touchdown. Especially when you're giving them the ball inside your own territory. Second and 2, ball to 35. Another run up the middle. Saquon powering his way for a gain of about 4 and a Eagles first down. And Seastrom, I just asked David. Now, Seastrom, what is your perfect plate? Thanksgiving plate, man. Give it to me. What's your perfect Thanksgiving plate? David, throw a pick six. Throw a pick six. I know, man. Neither of these teams have thrown a pick six, man. It's just rude. All right. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Sends Smith in motion to the right. Looking, throws it over the middle and in and out of the hands of Dallas Goedert. It looks like that could have been for a couple guys. All right, we got second and 10. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right. Fakes the handoff, gets it out to A.J. Brown, and he is brought down for a loss. Trying to set up a screen there to A.J. Nope. That was a heck of a freaking play by Robertson. Number 21 for Detroit. Fighting through a block. All right. 5 receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A.J. Brown alone to the right. All the way to the right side. Hurts going to run and take off, and he gets brought down. No, he's still on his feet, actually. Never actually touched the turf. What the heck is going on with the broadcast right now? Anytime the Eagles are on offense, the first down lines are gone. I literally do not understand what the heck is going on. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's down. He's down. As he was basically getting up on his feet, his left knee touched the turf. So replay assistants get in that one. Seastrom, turkey, gravy, sweet potatoes. Oh, heck yeah. Stuffing. Maybe a little bit cranberry sauce. Golden Corral bread rolls. Ooh. Dang, dude, that's a pretty good idea, man. Golden Corral. Might do that this year. All right. Packer Nation 12. What's going on, brother? Welcome, welcome. Doesn't look like a Lions type of night. No, it does not. No, it does not. They are struggling. First and 10. Run to the right, and Saquon picks up about 3 yards right now. All right, we got 7:40 on the clock. And it's continuing to run. Hurts in the shotgun. Throws it out to Saquon, and he's going to be brought down by Anzalone back at the 28. A big, big loss for Philadelphia, man. They are, anything underneath, man. Detroit is just a attacking it immediately. I like the way that they're playing defense right now, man. Both of these teams' defense, phenomenal tonight. Eagles are averaging 2.3 yards per carry. Detroit is averaging 3.4 yards per play. Sorry, not per carry, per play. Hurts, pressured, throws, gets it out to A.J. Brown, and he will be about 5 or 6 yards shy of the first. I mean, at least he caught a pass. That's a good thing. Oh, hold on. Hey. David, I'm telling you, they're missing down markers on purpose. They have switched sides after quarter and it still doesn't show. I know, it's freaking weird. Is YouTube a full-time gig for you or just something that you do for fun? It is a little bit of both. I do not make any money right now with YouTube. I'm trying to change that with, Patreon, trying to get the hours up and just everything. I'm trying to do everything I can, man. And I'm patient. Luckily, I have a passion and a love for this kind of stuff. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and like my dream job would be to be like Chris Collinsworth, like Al Michaels, be in the booth and just talk football, legitimately. Like, obviously, if I were to ever be lucky enough at any point in my life to have get paid, I'm obviously gonna take the biggest contract, But at the same time, like, if they're like, "Hey, we'll give you $100 and a hot dog at halftime to do this," I'll be like, "Sign me up, man." But yeah, so yeah, no, I do. I mean, I do 5 games a week. I also do a bunch of prep hours before all of this, to get everything down. Try to watch as much film as I can to try to at least slightly know what I'm talking about. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are up by 6. So no, I have basically I have a full-time job, a part-time job, and then I do this as well. Yep. Yeah, needless to say, I don't really have a whole lot of downtime or do much of anything. I'm not very social anyway. I was usually a big introvert. Um, if I do go out or if I hang out with friends here, like that's like we're I don't avoid social interactions, but when you're busy, I don't know, don't really have a whole lot of time. David, so you're patient, you're Dave, no name change allowed. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, so to answer your question, Packer Nation, yes and yes. Except the first one doesn't pay me anything right now. So I'm trying to change that for sure. If in, I mean, whenever it happens, man, whether it's a couple months or a couple years, if this YouTube gig can support me and, if it can pay the bills and pay the rent, um, that is the dream, to be honest with you. I don't care about fame. To be honest with you, I rather not be known outside of this. And while money is important because you gotta have it to be able to, you know, support yourself. To be honest with you, it's not a big motivation. My motivation is doing what I love, getting good at it, still trying to get there, and hopefully people enjoy what I do. Those are the two big things of this channel. If I can accomplish those, and at the end of the day, if I can pay my bills with it, it's gonna be a perfect world, in my opinion. So, Packer Nation, I got you, man. Hey, there we go. Yep. All right, man. They're showing Kobe. Cooper DeJean. He's got the hops, man. All right. Elliott needs assistance kicking this one off. It's going to be caught at the 5. Return to the 20, to the 25, and it'll be down at the 26. All right, man. Detroit needs to get something going here offensively. Over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to St. Brown. Jordan Davis able to get his hands up and knock it away again, dude. Jeez. And I feel like the reason you're seeing this a lot in this game, where you're kind of the defensive line has been getting their hands on the ball, tipping it, is the wind, man. These guys have had to really drive and low drive their passes. Play action. Finds somebody. St. Brown across the 50 to the 45 to the 40 and goes out of bounds. The biggest play for Detroit in this game, and they are in Philly territory. So a little bit of a play action. St. Brown pre-snap motion, turns up the field, and basically runs a deep crosser towards the left sideline. Able to get open. All right. We got 1st and 10, ball at the 40. Throws. And Jameson Williams to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Woo! Oh, boy, man. Basically, almost the same route that we just saw from St. Brown. Once again, just a deep crosser, basically almost like a dig route. Took that, and with that speed, man, there was nobody in front of him. Jameson Williams basically just running it all the way to the end zone. And there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Williams for jumping on the hugging the goalpost, basically. Wow. All right. Let's get that 6 points on there. So unfortunately, this is going to make the extra point very, very difficult. This is basically a 51-yard field goal attempt now. Sorry, actually, no, 47 yards, it looks like. And the extra point is no good. Yeah, that thing just he pushed it to the right. The wind was blowing to the left, and the wind just never really took it, man. It never took it. Damn. Wow. David, double shot of whiskey cost him a point. So what happens, man, when you have a little bit too much whiskey, man, you do some dumb stuff. So instead of Detroit taking a 1 point lead, with 5:05 left in the second. The extra point is missed because of the penalty on the celebration. All right, Bates needs some help there on the kickoff. Keeps falling off the tee, so boom. There it is. It's going to be caught at the 13 to the 20, 25, 30, 35, and down to the 36. All right, well, at least Detroit got us our first touchdown of the day. That's also another reason why I've been leaving the lights on. The last couple weeks of primetime football have sucked ass. Sorry. Especially in the first half. The second half tends to be a lot better, but dude, the first half, man, we're not getting touchdowns. And the stream just looks depressing when the lights are off. So until I start to see these teams start putting up points, we're keeping the lights on. They need to earn my trust. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Hurts looking, throws to the right, and that's going to be caught by A.J. Brown for a gain of about 9. Clock is going to be under 5 minutes now. All right, Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. 2 receivers on that left side as well. Play action. Gets it to Grasden, I believe that's the backup tight end. He picks up a 1st down. Gains about 4 or 5. My ears. Sorry. Family show. I forgot. Family friendly. Hand off to Saquon. Up the middle. Gets it across the 50. Down to the 46 of Detroit. Also, I saw what you did there. 2nd and 5. Looking, throws to the right, and that's going to be caught by... Who the heck is that? Oh, that's Jahan Dotson. Woo! We got a Dotson. We got a Dotson sighting, man. He picks up a 1st down before going out of bounds. Fumble and recovered by Saquon. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a weird freaking play there. It looked like Hurts was handing it off, but then Saquon just kept his eyes up. He didn't really secure the ball. All right, it'll be 2nd and 13. Saquon on the sidelines. Hurts in the shotgun. Hands it off to the running back, Bigsby, with a 1st down run. Getting it down to the 22. Holy cow, that was a lot of momentum for Tank Bigsby. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what they gave Bigsby on the sidelines, but that dude is jacked up. Started punching himself in the helmet, man. Just, I'll take whatever he's having, man. I need some energy. Dotson. We got Dotson here. See? Nobody cares. Dude, I love it that somebody got that reference, man. Let's freaking go. Dotson. We got Dotson here. Nobody cares. Oh, dude, Jurassic Park, so freaking good, so freaking good. Hey, they fixed the lines on the field for Philly. I know, about time. Jeez, took forever, dude. I mean, it's nice to know that even multi-billion-dollar industries still struggle with the basic stuff. Gives me hope one day, you know. You got a sports writer. If I did this Jameson Williams celebration, I wouldn't be able to get out of bed for 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean that was a great celebration. I don't understand. I understand the goalposts don't touch them because we've seen players when they dunk it, they end up messing it up. But there is no way in heck somebody like Jameson Williams who weighs like less than 200 pounds is gonna break the goalpost. Plus, it's padded too. Come on. All right. 2 minute warning here. Philly with the ball at the 23. Hurts in the shotgun. Hands it off to Pink Bigsby. He's to the 20, to the 16. And Brian Branch, man, meeting him head on. And that is a heck of a collision there, man. So that was a gain of about 7 for the former Jacksonville Jaguar. All right, Hurts under center. Throws it to A.J. Brown, and that's going to be a catch inside the 10 down to the 6 yard line. Might have gained about 10 yards. First and goal coming up for the Eagles. All right. Less than 40 seconds left. Eagles up the middle with Saquon, and he gets the touchdown. Woo! That was close. Able to fully extend for that touchdown. Oh, he might be short. He might be short, which actually would probably benefit them. If I'm Detroit, I would want them to just give up the touchdown now, unless you stop him here, you're doing is just winding the clock down for, and that way you're not getting any chance to put up points before the half. And of course, the NFL will take this opportunity to just take a timeout. All right, so it looks like Eagles offense coming back out on the field. So I don't know if that is for a 2-point conversion or if that is coming back out because they did not get a touchdown. So we will readjust this to just 6 for right now. Because something tells me the NFL is not going to get to the play until it's almost running. All right, let's check the old fantasy lineup here. Okay. Up by just 17. I got St. Brown and CeeDee Lamb left to play, while the other guy has George Pickens. St. Brown needs to get into the end zone. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Jurassic Park theme. Yeah, man. Got stuck in my head. They took a commercial break to consult with Vegas before deciding the results of the play. Yep. You know, I mean, hey, man, you got to do that, right? That's where you get your money. And the call on the field is reversed. It is going to be a second and goal, literally inches away. I'm expecting the tush push here. I would be absolutely astonished if they don't. It'd be hilarious if they don't, actually. So, and they do, right up the middle, touchdown, Philly. So if you're a Saquon owner, you are absolutely livid about that because now Jalen Hurts gets that rushing touchdown. All right. 16 seconds left. The extra point is up, and it is good. Oh, actually, I forgot. Yeah, it wasn't. They had 6 points before, so there we go. Boom, 13. Steve, Eagles and Denver are playoff teams right now, but the way they play make me sleep. Yeah, they're not very exciting. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, like the Colts are a very exciting offensive team to watch. Uh, Unfortunately, we haven't had them on the freaking channel, but we have. I have seen them play. What was it like? Was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was that overtime win against the Falcons. Yeah, I saw that game, and yeah, dude, whew, they were just killing it on offense there. And the ball is going to be booted out the back of the end zone, and Detroit will get the ball at the 35 here. 16 seconds left, 3 timeouts, and it looks like they might just be taking a knee. Dan Campbell has taken off his headset. Either that or he's trusting Jared Goff to just run the offense for 16 seconds. And nope. They're going to take a knee and we're going to head to halftime. All right. So yeah, I would say the two biggest stories of the night have been one, Dan Campbell's. I would say the top three stories have been one, Dan Campbell's aggressiveness. It's coming back to bite him. They have gone for it on fourth down a couple times. They've gotten burned both times. They faked the punt, did not work. They tried to run it up the middle with Jahmyr Gibbs, did not work. And they even tried to get the Eagles to jump off sides on their on the first quote unquote fourth down attempt, and that did not work, and that resulted in a punt. They did have a great series. They were able to get St. Brown and Jameson Williams the ball, and that resulted in a 40-yard catch and run by Jameson Williams for a touchdown. And then he got penalized for the celebration. They missed the field goal. So, yeah, man, it's been weird. And then the second story right here has been turnovers. Obviously, a couple fumbles, both recovered by their respective teams for the most part. And then finally, the interception early in the game that gave the Eagles a chance to kick a field goal to take the lead. That was the only points for a while. And then I would say the final story, man, has been the defenses, man. They're both playing pretty darn well. Only 19 points have been scored in the first half. We're talking about two teams that are likely going to be in the playoffs, Super Bowl contenders, offenses struggling hard. Can't run the ball, can barely pass. And, yeah, man, defenses are winning tonight. All right. So at halftime, Goff is 7 of 12, 119 yards on through the air. A good chunk of that came on that touchdown throw to Jameson Williams. He has thrown an interception that was tipped at the line. And then David Montgomery, 4 carries, 14 yards. He is the leading rusher for Detroit, which is insane, dude. Williams, 2 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Amon-Ra, 2 for 42. Montgomery, 1 for 10. No sacks, no picks for Detroit. And then for Jalen Hurts, he's 9 of 18, just 50%. 63 yards through the air, no picks, no interceptions. No interceptions, no touchdowns, at least through the air. Saquon, 12 for 32, averaging less than 3 yards per carry. Tank Bigsby, 3 for 29. Why are they not giving the ball to Tank Bigsby? Come on. And then finally, Jalen Hurts, 4 for 14 and a tush-push touchdown just before the half. A.J. Brown, 6 catches, 43 yards. And Jahan Dotson, 1 catch for 9 yards. That is ugly, man. Jalen Phillips has the 1 sack, and Dejon Cooper Dijon Mustard with the interception. Yeah, both offenses under 150 yards combined. Detroit is averaging nearly 6 yards per play. Their passing game kind of a good chunk of that came on that touchdown drive. Eagles averaging less than 4 yards per play. Detroit 0 for 4 on third down, 0 for 2 on fourth down, and the Eagles 2 for 8 on third down. They have 12 more plays that they have been able to run. And there's a combined 5 penalties, 3 for the Eagles, 2 for the Lions. See, Strom, right on. Aggies played South Carolina yesterday. Ooh, I'm assuming they got a win. Assuming that they are keeping it going. Wow. 31-30. Holy cow. Okay, so South Carolina, holy crap. South Carolina was leading 30-3 at the half. Holy cow. South Carolina has been one of our biggest rivals since we've had to play them every year since joining the SEC. There we go. And the Aggies, 28 unanswered points in the second half, 21 in the third. Woo! Okay. They were down 3-30 at halftime. That is wild. So Marcel Reed, the quarterback for the Aggies, 22 of 39, 439 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The leading rusher was Ruben Owens for 28 yards on 8 carries. And KC Conception, 7 catches, 158 yards. Holy cow. All right. Yep, wild. Now let me rephrase. Wild. 100%, my man. That is a wild freaking game. Dang it. Wish I would have seen that one. That is crazy. 500 yards of total offense by the Aggies. A total of 891 yards combined between both offenses. Both teams were not great on third down. Gamecocks were 4 for 15. Aggies 2 for 11. Converted twice on fourth down, while the Gamecocks were 1 of 3 on fourth down. Over 130 offensive plays were run. Two fumbles, 2 interceptions, so 4 turnovers for the Aggies. I'm assuming most of that came in the first half. That's crazy. Literally biggest comeback in the entire conference in over 2 decades. In 286 SEC football games where someone was down 27 at the half. Holy cow. No one came back to win that game until yesterday. Heck of a freaking job by the Aggies. And they stay undefeated too. A perfect 10-0. Woo! It's crazy. The record for being down 27 and winning at halftime went 0 wins, 286 losses to 1 win and 286 losses. Hot dang. That's freaking good, man. I'm gonna have to watch the highlights of this game. Absolutely. There was a 32-second difference in terms of time of possession, or 16, I guess. 16 seconds, really. Damn, that is good, man. Heck yeah. All right, who do they play next? Their next game is going to be November 22nd against Samford. Samford is not ranked, so they ideally should win, knock on wood. And then they play Texas at the end of the month on a Friday. Okay. Aggies undefeated. As long as we beat Samford next week, we are guaranteed to get into the playoffs. That's all you gotta do, man. Just get to the dance. Heck yeah, man. So Seastrom, give me your thoughts as you were kind of going through that game. Like, what were your thoughts when it was 17-3 at the end of the first? You know, and basically give me a play-by-play per quarter of what your thoughts were, my man. Oh. Not to mention Alabama lost to Oklahoma last week. That's 2 years in a row. Woo! Boomer Sooner, bro. It looks like the Tide might have not been able to come in for Alabama, man. And give me just 1 second. I gotta charge my phone. It's about to die. So give me 1 second. Oh. Come on. There we go. All right. Woo. David, sad. Sadness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. All right. Seastrom, could not believe we were down. Saw it tick up from down 3 to 20 to 3 to 30. Thought about taking a nap. Just had a 3-hour long drive. It's fair. When I checked the score again, and we were only down 17 to 30. It ticked up to 24-30 and then 31. Ooh. Could not believe what was going on. I don't blame you, man. That is like, I mean, once you're down by, what was that, 27 points, that's 4 possessions. Like you especially in college, it typically doesn't really come back like that. Sometimes the NFL does. But you're just like, all right, well, it was a good run. We'll lose this one, but we're going to have hopefully a couple wins to end the year. We'll get back in the playoff race picture or whatever. But wow, man, that is a heck of a freaking comeback. It's a credit to those kids, man. They did not give up. They just said, hey, we got our butt whooped in the first half. Let's, if they can score 30, we can score 30 as well. All right. Third quarter about to get underway. Jake Elliott kicking this one. It goes into the end zone and out of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. All right. We need Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, we don't need necessarily touchdowns from him, but I need at least 5 catches for like 45 yards from him in the second half. If he can't get into the end zone, give me at least 5 catches. I would prefer like 7 or 8, but I don't think we're going to get that. So give me 5 catches. Give me 5 catches for like 45 yards. All right, 1st and 10, Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. 2 receivers split out to the right. Throws it out to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got some room. He's going to get a first down to the 52, and it'll be a first down. Woo. I think Cooper DeJean able to bring him out, or able to push him out of bounds before he broke off a massive freaking run. Let's see. Who was that? It was Cooper DeJean. Gibbs good for about 15, maybe 17 yards down in Eagles territory, ball at the 48. Boom, catch. Whoop, 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 whoop. And again, Gibbs with a nice catch from the backfield, picking up another first down potentially there. David Amon-Ra for 199-yard catch and a run for a touchdown. We'll take it. I will take it. Can you guarantee it? All right, that's locked in. You can't take it back. It's locked in. All right. We got 1st and 10, ball at the 38. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right. Single receiver to that left side. It's going to be our handoff. And Jahmyr Gibbs picking up only a yard down to the 37. Lions running game still cannot get going. I like that they're keeping them honest, though. Goff, quick throw, gets it out to his tight end right, who is actually able to spin his way for a gain of 4, maybe 5. David, I heard that Seastrom secretly roots for the Giants when no one is watching him. Wow. Those are fighting words, man. Spin move. 3rd and 5, ball at the 32. Goff takes the snap, looks, throws, and once again unable to connect with St. Brown. He has just been off tonight, man. Seastrom roots for who? Why? If anything, I like the Packers, Texans, Seahawks if you squint. I like that. All right, 4th and 5, ball at the 32. Lions once again 0 for 2 on 3rd, and in and out of the hands of Jameson Williams and the Eagles defense. Once again able to hold off the Lions on 4th down, and the Lions. What is going on with Goff's throws, man? They're low and just too inaccurate right now. Well, it's mostly just when they play the Eagles. darn. Might end up regretting picking the Lions. Eagles getting the bounce back after that Packers performance. Looks like it, man. The Lions are just they're basically beating themselves at this point. I don't really understand what is going on with them. Steve, why did the refs send Sean Payton off? I don't get it. Why did they send him off? I don't I don't know if Sean ejected in that game. I don't think he was. So yeah, no. So yeah, Sean was he was flagged. He wasn't sent off the field though. The reason he got a flag is because during the play, the referee was running down the field to try to keep up with the play, and when that happens, first off, you can't be basically in that gray zone in between the field and the sidelines, because that referees need to be able to run up and down the field unimpeded. And Sean was in that zone, and when the referee was running down the field, he ran into Sean Payton. So they threw a flag. Sean flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct after colliding with a ref on the sidelines. Boom. 1st and 10. Hand off to, I believe that is Tank Bigsby, or was that Saquon? Nope, Saquon for about 2 or 3 yards there up the middle. It's going to be another run. This one picks up a good chunk. And that'll be 3rd and 1 coming up. And they're going to get the Eagles for a false start here. And they're going to get Steen for so he was he was basically telling the defender, "Hey, you're offsides." All right, so we got 3rd and 5 after that penalty. Hurts looking, throws to the left. He's got a man, and in and out of the hands. Grandson unable to haul that one in, and Anzalone down the field with great coverage. Let me see here. Seastrom, I think Perna pushed it a little too far. Tried to curse 4 teams at once. Gotta believe none of them. I think it was the Bears, 49ers, Packers, and Steelers. Well, Rodgers ended up hurting his wrist, and he did not play the second half. They still got the win, but who knows how that'll affect the rest of their season. Haha, he won't see the Broncos won. Oh, he won't care. Gotcha. He won't care. The Broncos won. That is to say, user error also fair. Lions need a score back. They do, man. They need a freaking turnover. That's what they need to get that defense going, because they feel like that's the only way they're going to be able to score something here, if their defense can give them great field position. And Khalif Raymond, fair catch in this one, and they're going to have decent field position. All right, man. We got. Holy cow, really? All right, we got 10:35 left in the third quarter here. So yeah, so that penalty on Steen, they are allowed to do that basically. Like they can be like, "Hey, you're in the neutral zone, get off." So that was even though even though the Eagles were going for a tush push there, and they've kind of gotten away with a couple non-calls in the past. Even when they do get flagged, it's not correct. Like, to be honest with you, if the NFL really wants to ban this play, they just need to. I feel like for all of next season, if they ban it, the referees have to announce before the first penalty, we are terrible at our jobs. We were not able to call the tush push correctly, so that's why it was banned. It is our fault, not theirs. First off, and then there you go. Then you can go into the rest of the game. They have to announce that they are terrible at their jobs every single game at the start of it for the next year. That's what they had to do. That's my opinion. Just to make sure that they humble themselves, the NFL and the refs. I think they should make the announcers also say the Eagles suck. Go Pack, go. I like that one. I like that one better, actually. All right, man. Why did they just say show Pinay Sewell's ass for like 3 seconds? All I saw were on my screen just cheeks. It's gonna be a handoff to David Montgomery across the 30 down near the 34. So pick up about 5, maybe 6. Yeah, I was looking down. I was like trying to make sure. I was like, is there any updates? No. Then I look up and I just see Sewell's big old cheeks right on my screen for like 2.5 seconds. I was like, whoa, wait. All right, this is a family show, man. All right, 2nd and 4, ball at the 34. Quick throw to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got some room. He's to the 40, to the 50. Oh, reverse and field. He's got it to the 30. Stays on his feet and taken down at the 24 of Philadelphia. Woo! Jahmyr Gibbs going off. Dude, when that guy has momentum and space, dude, he is just one of the most dangerous human beings on the football field. All right, 1st and 10 from the 24 of Philly. Goff in the shotgun, hands it off to Jahmyr Gibbs, and he is going to be good for about 2 yards on the run. Yeah, that was a 42-yard catch and run by Jahmyr Gibbs. Second and 8. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right. Delayed handoff, and that'll be getting it down to the 18, a gain of 4. Third down coming up. All right, ball just shy of the 17. Goff in the shotgun. Running back to his left. Another handoff. And Gibbs spinning his way inside the 10, down near the 9. And that is a 1st and goal coming up for Detroit. David, we can also have the announcer say at least the Cowboys. Okay, the Cowboys are not America's team, but the Bears still suck. Oh, we'll take it. We'll take it. It's going to be a throw to the right side. Jameson Williams, double shot. Jamie getting it down inside the 5 there. All right, there we go, man. Goff able to get something going there with double shot whiskey. Throw it to St. Brown. Come on. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 6-yard line. Hand off to Gibbs. Whoa! He took an absolute shot from Blankenship. Jesus. Jahmyr Gibbs looked like he got hit with a freaking car. Woo! The only good news is he stumbled forward for a gain of 2, so 3rd and goal coming up. Another run, and this one, nothing. All right, if you're Detroit, do you kick a field goal, try to make it a 4-point game, or do you just go for it inside the 5? All right, Dan Campbell going for it again. They're 0 for 3 on 4th down. This is their 4th shot at it. Over the middle and incomplete again. Jared Goff hit as he throws, and the Detroit Lions offense gets nothing. And that was a Jalen Phillips putting the pressure on Goff. Wow. How many points do you think? Like right there, that is 3 points, 9-13. At least one of the Eagles' field goals is because of Dan Campbell's incessant need right now to go for it on 4th down. So if Dan Campbell just punts the ball away like a regular coach for the most part, or kicks the field goal, there's a chance that this is a 1 point game for Detroit. Seastrom is the coolest Cowboys fan. True story. 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, right now, Lions 1 for 7 on third down, and they're 0 for 4 on fourth down. Dude, just absolutely horrendous, man. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 4. Philadelphia takes over. Throwing the ball deep down the field, and it'll be incomplete, trying to get it to A.J. Brown. Yeah, Jared Goff is getting beat up tonight, man. Jalen Hurts rolling to his right, trying to avoid a sack in the end zone. He's got his man, Jahan Dotson. Uh-oh. Oh. Brian Branch is down on the ground. He was holding that leg. So there's going to be a helmet to helmet and penalty on Branch. So adding insult to injury there on the play. Tack on a few after hitting an Eagles receiver. They're not allowed to be tackled. Mandatory penalty. And we take your sacred child. I mean, that was a helmet to helmet hit. It was. So. All right. Well, the good news is Brian Branch is walking off the field. It looked for a second there. There might have been a nasty injury. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 47 of Detroit. Seastrom, there were turnover on downs. Yes, Detroit went for it at their own 4, and it wasn't even close. Was not even close. Goff got a hit as he threw, and St. Brown, the guy he was throwing it to, was covered, well covered. So, yeah, turnover on downs. That is the fourth time the Detroit Lions have tried it on fourth down, and each time they have come away with nothing. Seastrom, gotta be kidding me. No. Yeah, right now the Lions are 1 for 11 on third and fourth down. 1 for 11. Hurts pressured, and down he goes for a sack. David, no, for real, it was fourth and goal, and they didn't get. Seastrom, 3 or 4 guys waiting to tackle him there, and he ran down aisle. Yeah. Man. Woo. All right, so we got third and 15. 3 receivers to the left. Hurts ripping it down to the left, and that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to A.J. Brown. That ball was well overthrown. And the Detroit Lions catching a break here with 3:09 left in the third. They're gonna get the ball back. Caught at the 10. Raymond making the man miss. He's going to go just up the field and get it down to the 15. Gain of 5. Seastrom, 1 of 11 on third and fourth down is a smack in the face for the coach known for going for it on fourth down. Yeah, man. And I don't know, man. He's been way too aggressive, especially you've only have 6 points. You just got down to the 5. Kick the field goal. Your defense has been giving almost nothing to the Eagles. Like, trust them. Trust them that you're going to get the ball back and you're going to be able to potentially take the lead, or if not, whittle the lead down even more. Like, come on, man. Like, I get it. He's trying to give his guys confidence, but after a while, sometimes you just say, screw it. Let's take the points and we'll just chip away at this lead if we have to. So, I don't know. I get it. Like, if it would be working, then there'd be no issue, but it's not. So you got to adjust. Right? That's what I think, in my opinion. So, Seastrom, no joke. That's the metaphorical equivalent of just straight up slapping Dan Campbell across the face. Basically, throw a pick six, Goff. Just do it because, I don't think it would matter. How about this? He throws like 15 passes to St. Brown. They only pick up like 5 yards, and just before they're about to score a touchdown, he throws a pick six. Yeah, the pressure on Goff tonight has been pretty impressive. His accuracy has been garbage at times. But at least McDermott was very happy for the Bills' big win today. That's true. Good for the Bills. Good for the Bills, man. Heck yeah. Got back on the winning side, and Goff pressured again, throws to the left, and that'll be incomplete, trying to get it to St. Brown. Seastrom, I want the Eagles to lose this one, but geez, I don't know if that's happening. I don't know, man. Seastrom and their offense isn't doing all that much, honestly. How is this? The Lions are the team struggling, not a defense on offense. I agree, man. I even said it before the game, man. This would be a relatively high-scoring game, and it has not been the case. It's been ugly football again. Counter offer, Polar Bear enters the field. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tesla, the rookie. We got 3rd and 10 coming up. Seastrom, talk about not playing to your identity. Yeah, they haven't really run the ball all that much, man. It hasn't been working, to be honest with you. But I'm just surprised that they haven't just been trying. I don't know. Still in the 3rd quarter. That is to say the Eagles' offense isn't doing all that much in this game, but still winning. It's what they did last week. That seems like what they're doing tonight. Screenplay to the 20. First down. Jahmyr Gibbs to the 30. Stays on his feet. Breaks another tackle. Stays on his feet. Spin move. And will get it down to the 48. Jahmyr Gibbs has to be well over 100 yards receiving. Well over. That's freaking insane. He literally caught it at the 12. Broke a tackle at the 25, broke another tackle at the 30, broke another tackle at the 40, and then got it all the way down to the 48. 1st and 10, Jahmyr Gibbs, 5 catches, 107 yards. Toss to the right. Montgomery with some room, and he will pick up about 7 or 8 yards there. David, this game is kind of lame. I mean, at least they're trying to do something different. Both teams, at least. Seastrom, I don't want to trash talk the Lions or the Eagles. Kidding. But yeah, honestly, a little bit lame. Chiefs and Broncos was more exciting. More swing of the league. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I don't mind defensive football. It's just, it doesn't seem like there's good offense going up against great defense. It just seems like it's bad offense going up against good defense. That's it. That's the only issue I have. Ooh, a spin move. There we go. Yep. Captain, what just happened when I came back? It said your video wasn't available. I don't know, my dude. I think we're still live. Pretty sure. 3rd and 3. Goff in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers on the left. Running back to his right. They're at the Eagles 45. Quick throw. Ball is batted at the line. Wow. And that's Jalen Carter. I think that might be Carter's 2nd or 3rd batted pass at the line. Goff was beside himself. He just, as soon as he saw that ball not get through, he just rolled his eyes and looked back. 4th and 3. All right. In for a penny, in for a pound, right? 0 for 4 on 4th down. Throws, incomplete. 0 for 5. Ball wasn't even close. Was not even close to being caught. What the heck is Goff doing, man? That ball was 2 or 3 yards behind St. Brown, who is heading towards the sideline. What the heck is going on here, man? I'm pretty sure that the video was unavailable because you didn't say go Pack Go first. Sean McDermott said the Bills need to rest and get ready for Wednesday night to get to Houston. Okay. Oh, they're taking that flight on in Wednesday, right on. Barkley patiently trying to run, and he gets nothing on this play here. Loses a yard, actually. I even completely forgot to move the ball over to Detroit. I just knew. I already knew. They're going to turn the ball over on downs at this point. All right, clock is running. It's at 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. In the third quarter, it's almost 9:45 in my time, and we still have a whole freaking quarter to go. Second and 10. Come on, man. Hurts lofts it to Saquon, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards. There's a flag. Coach was very happy for them. Man, heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. He should be, man. They played well today. It was looking a little rough for the Bills early in that game, but looked good. And that 6-yard catch and run by Saquon is not going to count. Chop block by A.J. Brown. So A.J. Brown, I think he just falls. I don't think that was a low block or a chop block. All right, well, either way. Was that tripping? They're saying it was a low block, so it's a personal foul. So 2nd and 18 coming up here. And they're not going to snap the ball, so to the fourth quarter we go. My TV is muted. I don't recognize that penalty motion. Low block. That's what they said. Low block. They should kneel down each side. 4 kneel downs, but only with 1 second on the play clock. Then continue business as usual. Low block. First time I've seen that one, I think. Yeah, it was, I think the last time we saw it, this egregious, first off, I don't think that was a low block or an illegal low block by Brown. I think he just tripped. But the last time we had something that bad called was against the Chargers. The running back was literally shuffling to the side, and he just missed his footing and fell. And the the pass rusher didn't even fall down. He actually was able to jump over him. And they called the running back for basically that. I think they officially called that tripping for against the Chargers. And yeah, everybody was like, "What the heck are you talking about?" Oh, I might have, bud. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. I wouldn't know if that was tripping. Drugs are bad. Monkey. Did you skip my message? Let me give me 1 second here. Packer Nation 12. Bears will be the first in the North with the Lions loss. Yep. Freaking unbelievable, man. Chicago at the top of the NFC North. Can't believe it if it's true. This season is known as autumn or fall. There we go. Nice. Captain, our coach said the team really did good on both sides. This was the Bills head coach, and Brandon Beane got a football because it was his and Brandon's 100th game. Oh, right on, man. Congrats to Brandon Beane. Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of GMs get it to triple digits with a team. They tend to get fired pretty quickly nowadays. All right. We're back. Eagles with the ball at their own 37. Second and 18 coming up. Hurts in the shotgun. Dropping back. Pressure and is able to escape. He's going to pick up a few yards down to the 43. Yeah, that was Jack Campbell able to usher Jalen Hurts outside. All right. Picked up 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 11 ball at the 44. Running out of time. Running to the right. And it'll be caught. Catch. But that'll be a gain of about 8 or 9 there. So 4th and 2 coming up. There's a late flag. And it's going to be on Detroit. So that'll be an automatic first down. And that's going to be on Robertson for a hold. And so the catch by A.J. Brown will likely not count because the penalty will give them a first down. All right, we got 13:50 on the clock here in the 4th. Hurts under center, single back in the backfield. Hands it off to Saquon, running to the left. He's got a blocker, and it's going to pick up a first down, but there's a flag in the backfield. Wow. Seastrom, why does the last one sound super ominous all of a sudden? David, I have no clue. Seastrom, dang, wasted opportunity. Offensive holding, I saw the flag there. And Dave, if I was a ref, I'd give you an automatic first down. We'll give Seastrom a 1st and 11 and the extra yard for the Cowboys. That's fair. All right. As long as Seastrom is okay with it, I'm okay with it. So that'll move it back to the 40, 1st and 19. Detroit is getting a lot of opportunities to get a stop here. Tank Bigsby picks up 5 yards, getting it down to the 45. So 2nd and 14 coming up. All right. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right, throws it to the left, and that's going to be a catch by Devonta Smith. And that'll set up a 3rd and about medium for the Eagles here. Third and 6. They are in Detroit territory. Ball at the 47. Sounds good. Hurts alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. He's going to take off and run. He picks up the first down across the 40. And he will be down to the 36. All right. Seastrom, wonder if the Colts and the Pats battle it out in the AFC Championship game this year. Well, either that or the Colts or the Broncos. Wait, What if we get a Chiefs Broncos playoff game? That would be kind of nuts. That would be kind of nuts. The amount of anxiety that Perno would probably have is immeasurable in that case. First and 10 after the Hurts scramble. Ball at the 36. 5 receiver set, 3 to the right. Hurts running, throwing to the right hand. He misses a wide open Saquon Barkley. Wow, dude. If he puts it on Saquon, man, that is a. I mean, he could literally somersault into the end zone. That double move on Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell against Saquon Barkley. That is a mismatch. All right, we got 11:07 left in the fourth here. Eagles nearing mid field goal range. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Looking. Pressure. Throws and incomplete. 3rd and 10. David, I think the Chiefs missed the playoffs. Seastrom, it might be a home game, assuming Broncos win the division. Not all that crazy. No, I could definitely see that for sure. I don't know, man. I'm still not completely out on the Chiefs, man. I think they're gonna squeak in. I really do. Like, obviously, it's not going to be the first seed or the second seed, I think, at this point. But I could see them squeaking in as the 7th seed. And, I mean, once you get into the playoffs, man, Kansas City is a problem. Hurts, quick throw to the right, and that'll be caught by A.J. Brown, but he'll be short by about 4 yards. David calls to lose to Packers in the Super Bowl. Go Pack, go. Seastrom, maybe. I was running the same thing earlier today. Realistically, they need to lose 3 of their last 7 games, which, based on their schedule, would not be easy for the Chiefs to blow it. That is, I agree. Jake Elliott attempting a 49-yarder. This one right down the middle. And now the Eagles with a double-digit lead here. And also a 2-possession lead, more importantly. Steve, if the Super Bowl between Denver and the Eagles, that will make 300 million Americans go to sleep by 1 game. Yeah, we may not get a score until triple overtime if that happens. Steve, your cat flock. Most likely losses would be the Broncos, Chargers, and maybe the Texans, or I don't know, the Cowboys. Yeah, with the Cowboys, it's always weird, man. Sometimes they can score 30-plus points. Sometimes they can barely get to 10. Sometimes, especially lately. Early in the season, they were putting up a lot of points, but over the last couple of weeks, their offense has been kind of waning every once in a while. The Texans, great defense, terrible, inconsistent offense. Yeah, like legitimately, the Texans might have a better defense than the Broncos at this point. Seastrom, they play the Titans and Raiders and one other game I don't remember. Yeah. Let's check it out. All right, so the rest of the way, the Chiefs have the Colts, the Cowboys, the Texans, the Chargers, the Titans, the Broncos, and the Raiders. So yeah, they got 7 games left. One of them is against arguably the best team in the AFC with the Colts. Then they go up against the Cowboys, who could put up points. Then they go up against a really tough defense in the Texans. The Chargers, I don't even know what you're going to get with the Chargers, man. One week they're blowing out some of the best teams in the NFL, and then the other they're getting absolutely destroyed by the Jaguars, 35-6. So I don't know. They did. The Chargers did beat Kansas City in Week 1, but I don't know. The Chiefs should beat the Titans easily, hopefully. The Broncos, they play them on the 25th, and then they finish off the year against the Raiders, a team that they should beat. So, I mean, so at minimum, the Chiefs are getting 2 wins, they likely, and I could see them beating the Cowboys. I could see them beating the Texans, and I could see them beating the Chargers as well. Broncos and Colts, I believe, are the toughest matchups, but I don't know. Yeah, the Chiefs could easily go 2-5, or they can go 5-2. Honestly. All right, gonna be returned, and it's not gonna be great field position for the Lions. But to be completely honest with you, even when they've had great field position, they have not done anything with it. So, yeah. Who leads the NFC North right now? Right now it is Chicago. Chicago is 7-3. They are just ahead of the Lions, who, unless they win tonight, will drop down to the second place there. So getting 3 or 4 wins should be very doable for the Chiefs. Just another whether or not they go 9-8, 10-7 for me. One of those probably gets them in. The other probably doesn't. It's fair. It's gonna be a run into the 30-35, and Jahmyr Gibbs picks up 11 yards and a first down for Detroit. Going that way. Oh, Colts? Yeah, they could lose that one. Yeah. Seastrom, okay, considering the schedule, how they're playing, I'd give them a 50-50 chance to get in. If I had to put a number on it, maybe 45. That's fair. Yeah, they're definitely going to need to play better if they want to beat some of these other teams like the Chargers, the Texans, the Cowboys potentially. Like I said, if they go 5-2, I can see them squeaking in at 10-7. Pressure, Goff throws, and that is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Dude, the pressure has just been getting to Goff almost every single snap, man. And we've seen the numbers. When Goff is moved off of his spot, when he needs to scramble, buy time, his accuracy, his numbers, everything. And I mean, it doesn't just go down by a couple points. It basically drops off massively, man. So 2-10. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looking. Throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to St. Brown, who was well covered by Adoree Jackson. Come on, man. Is St. Brown literally only going to give me like 6 points tonight? Come on. Unbelievable. I give it 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Drops like a lead weight in the vacuum. And another throw to St. Brown that goes incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 10 coming up. So you run the ball once, pick up 11 yards with a running back that has, I think, close to 150 yards maybe total. And then the next 3 plays, you throw the ball, and get nothing. All right. Fox punting this one away. It's going to be a good one. Oh, he fumbled. Oh, no. Detroit had an opportunity at a fumble, and they knock it out of bounds. Wow, dude. So Philadelphia will get the ball. They're not going to have great field position, but they do have possession. Wow. Let me see here. Seastrom, while they haven't been playing up to their full Super Bowl potential, they haven't pulled the Packers yet and blown it against the Bets. How dare you, sir? How dare you? We've lost to more than just one bad team. Excuse me, sir. The Panthers and the Browns, you're forgetting. All right? If you're going to insult the Packers, sir, you better get it right. We've lost to two bad teams. I think. Therefore, you are Seastrom, unfortunately. Yep. I love that Sunday Night Football on NBC tweeted out next gen stats powered by blah 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 details how the Eagles' pressure has affected. I'm like, come on, man, you can see it. Seastrom, oh yeah, play games much? What do you mean by games, my man? Video games? I do, I do. I don't really play online. I'm an offline kind of guy. It's gonna be a throw, and Dallas Goedert picking up some first down there on the flat route. Picks up a big chunk. Uh, David Seastrom said, "I think so." I said, "Therefore you are." But the joke didn't make it. Just like the Lions on fourth down. Ooh, ooh. That might be the biggest burn I've seen on the Lions tonight. First and 10, handoff up the middle, and Detroit's defense now giving up big chunks here. That's a gain of 6 or 7 there for Saquon up the middle. Seastrom, I'm excited for Unbeatable to come out next month. Trailers look great. The Lions will remember that, but no one else will. Yeah, the Eagles don't really need to do anything on this drive. They just need to eat up as much clock as they can. 2nd and 2, ball at the 40. And Saquon able to get away from a defender and is going to pick up a yard. Somehow, instead of losing 2, he picks up 3. All right. Philly special coming up, and I don't think they got it. I think they picked up half the yardage that they needed. All right, we got 4th and inches. Less than half a yard to go. Oh, and they're going to get the Eagles for a false start. That's on the rookie Cooper, number 80. Ooh. Not what you want to see there. Punt is away. It's going to be a good punt, a good bounce, and they'll down it just inside the 15. Somebody tweeted, "We need to flex all Eagle games for the rest of the year to Sunday p.m. Even better, how about a Thursday at 3 a.m.?" Oh, man. See Strom. Oh, did you see that stat about Tom Brady having more wins than the Jets this decade? Still, I believe it. Unfortunately, I do. Yeah, man. How long has Tom been out of? What is this? His second season? Retired. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Jets have not won a whole lot in the last 2 years, and they haven't really won over the last 2 decades almost at this point. It's been rough. He's been retired for 3 years. Oh, really? All right, we got 1st and 10. Gets it out to Gibbs, and that is no longer working. The Eagles are sniffing that one out, man. They've given up 100 yards to Jahmyr Gibbs on those screens, and they're like, nah, we're done with that. Oh, yeah, he did retire after 2022. Okay. Yeah. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. Looking. Pressure. And incomplete, batted at the line, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. For Jared Goff, man. Once again, pressured, tries to throw it out, and just gets literally smacked back in his face. Dude, the Eagles are just freaking destroying this Lions offense, man. It's been a while since I've seen Detroit just get absolutely manhandled like this. They lost to Kansas City early in the season, and I thought that was the worst I've seen them. Jameson Williams catching it over the middle to the 40 and spun around forever in a single little circle there. Didn't really pick up much after the catch. Whew. All right. First and 10, ball at the 42. At least they're making it interesting here. Fakes the handoff, pressure, and unable to connect with Jahmyr Gibbs running a shallow route there towards the left side. So my bad, man. For 3 years. Still, that is that's the Aaron Rodgers era there for 2 years, and now this year, right? Yeah, man. Second and 10. Goff looking, throws, and batted at the line again. Jalen Carter just. Dude, it is a hell of a defensive performance, man. That front seven has just absolutely manhandled Goff. Throwing it down the field, trying to get it to Jahmyr Gibbs, and that gets nothing. Goff takes a hit as he threw. All right. Detroit's going to punt this one away from their own 42. 5:12 left in the game. Down by 10. Fair caught at the 20, and in my opinion, I think that was Dan Campbell throwing up the white flag. Even if you use all your timeouts, get the ball back with even just 20 seconds taken off, you're still trying to score twice in less than, what, 4 minutes? Dave, if the Lions score again, will you do a spin move? No. None of these teams have earned a spin move from me tonight. I'll tell you that much. I should say the defenses may have earned a spin move. The offenses, heck no. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. All right, we got 2nd and 8 after that run by Saquon there to the left. Another run, this one up the middle, and he will be very close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1, and we should expect the brotherly shove here. it's going to be very close. They might have stopped him about a quarter of a yard shy. And they did. It's basically half a yard. And Cam Jurgens, man, the starting center, he is out right now. He is heading to the sidelines. He just came back. He had missed, I think, the last month, maybe a month and a half of football with an injury. And now it is Tooth, or Toth, sorry, coming in. All right. From their own 30, and did they get it? Did they get it? No, I don't think they did. I don't think they did, and they just gave the Lions hope. Dang, dude. This Eagles offense can't even run the Philly shove anymore, man. All right. Well, the Eagles just turned the ball over on downs, pulling a Dan Campbell special here tonight. 1st and 10 from the 29 for Detroit. We'll see if they can get anything here, man. They have not been able to do much of anything. Pressure. Goff throws to the left, and that'll be incomplete. So we've been talking about the pressure a lot. The Eagles freaking secondary has been freaking lights out, man. Outside of a few throws here and there, man, everything has been tight coverage. Jameson Williams, St. Brown. When's the last time you heard freaking any of the tight ends make a play? Second and 10. Detroit looking. Goff pressured, sacked, fumbles, and it's recovered by Detroit. Oh my God, dude. This is. Dude, the interior of this line has been just horrendous. David Montgomery getting hit while trying to block Nakobe Dean coming in late on the blitz. 3rd and 17, back at the 36. Pressure, throws, and incomplete. Trying to get it to St. Brown once again. Cooper DeJean, you douche. Come on, man. Just let St. Brown catch it, man. You don't need to let him score. Just give him the catch. Sorry, I've been missing it. Steve, Detroit is just dead right now. How was that not PI when he tried to turn and the Eagles guy restricted him? Steve, David, yeah, like that. There we go. And Philly is going to use a timeout here just before the 2-minute warning. All right. The Lions are going to send out Jake Bates there to try to make this a 1-possession game before the 2-minute warning. So if Bates misses this one, this will be on the other side of the 2-minute warning and likely be the end of it. This one from 54. In these conditions, this is not a gimme, man. Right down the middle. That is a heck of a kick by Jake Bates, man. All right, Detroit has all 3 of their timeouts. They're on the other side of the 2-minute warning, so they need to stop Philadelphia from getting a first down here. Otherwise, it is likely going to be over here tonight. Alrighty, Bates kicking this one. Goes into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. Oh my god. All right, man. Come on. Come on. 2 more minutes left. Come on. Uh-oh. Snow is starting to come down in Lincoln Financial Stadium. Come on, Hurts. Throw a pick 6. First and 10. Hand off to Saquon, and he will pick up 4 yards down to the 39. Detroit's going to use their first here. All right, 2nd and 5, ball at the 40. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right. Delayed handoff, and Barkley goes right up the middle, picks up about 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 3 coming up. All right. 3rd and 3, ball at the 42. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. 4 receiver set. And it's going to be a flag, and I think it's going to be on the Eagles. 3rd and 8. All right. 4 receiver set. Tight end in the slot to the right. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Pressure, throws to the right, and that's going to be incomplete, trying to get it to A.J. Brown. And there's a late flag on the play. Pass interference on Detroit, and that is a game killer. What? That might be one of the freaking worst calls I've seen, dude. They're both grabbing each other. At best, that is offsetting penalties. AJ Brown is literally pushing him. Wow, dude. The Lions just got freaking robbed on that one. Second and 10. Run up the middle. This one gets about a yard, maybe 2. 3rd down coming up. David Lame, just give the Eagles the Super Bowl trophy now. That's what the league wants. Wow, dude, that was just a horrendous freaking call. How do you make that call when it's this tight? Detroit was probably not going to score a touchdown, man. But you cannot be when it's that close. The defenses have been playing amazing, dude. Both defenses. Is it an exciting game? No, it's not. It's just this is not the way the NFL is. But how do you not just think, hey, it was close. We're just gonna let it ride. Again, that could have been the Packers on offense, and the Giants could have done that today. I would have been like, that is not Romeo Doubs, whatever. If Romeo Doubs was doing that, I'd been like, oh yeah, Romeo's pushing off. At worst, it is 2 offsetting penalties. At worst. Dave needs a hug. No, man. It's just bad freaking refereeing, man. right, man? And David, I know you need a hug too, man. That's why you're telling me I need a hug because your Chiefs lost today, man. It's okay. The referees weren't in their favor today. I get it. Saquon with a run, he's gonna pick up a first down, and that is gonna be the end of it. Eagles get a first down run, man. Holy cow. Wow, man. So Detroit is gonna fall to 6-4. Okay, he doesn't need a hug. I don't like human interaction. I like to avoid it. All right. That is going to be it. Final kneel down, and the Eagles come away with a win. I don't like the way that ended, man, to be honest with you. It left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I feel like we all kind of knew that the Eagles were going to win this one. Detroit did not play good football offensively, and even on the times that they could have played some really good football, the Eagles' defense, man, was borderline perfect tonight. And the fact that it wasn't a defensive play or even an offensive play that they made, the fact that the referees basically took that decision and just ended the game, that is what sucks. Legitimately. So, yeah, like, trust me, I don't want Detroit to win. Like, it is in the Packers' benefit if Detroit loses. I don't care about who wins or loses tonight. Like, it doesn't matter. The Packers already lost against the Eagles anyway. So, but man, dude, that is just terrible fucking refereeing, man. Like, you can't do that when it's that close. Just let them play. Like, if it's egregious, absolutely, you got to call it. But they were both grabbing each other at the top of that route. One was pushing, the other one was grabbing. That is offsetting, that is equal. Just let it ride. I don't know. All right. So the Eagles will improve to 8-2. Detroit falls to 6-4. Packers got a little bit closer. Let's freaking go. Now we just need freaking Chicago to lose. And let me see here. David, TWSS. That's what she said? Is that what that means? I have to Google. I have to Google. Let's see here. TWSS stands for. That's what she said. Yes. Woo. Got it. Maybe. Maybe. Just a little bit. Maybe. All right, man. Holy cow. Definitely not the game that I was expecting. I think I even quoted myself. I'll quote myself. I said, Detroit is not a team that is going to score less than 10 points. I can't remember if I said that during the beginning of the stream or during the last game. And I said that it was going to be a good game. It's going to be relatively high scoring, probably somewhere in the 20s. And I literally said, Detroit is not an offense that's going to score less than 10 points. And that's exactly what they freaking did tonight. Unbelievable. That is hilarious. All right, but to be honest with you, man, primetime games are still terrible. To be honest with you, but we had two really good games in the early today. Packers getting a win, 27-20 over the Giants, and then on top of that, the Chiefs and the Broncos giving us a show in that game in the late afternoon. So tough to be too sad about a good Sunday, man. We got three games, two of them absolute bangers. Tough losses for the Giants and the Chiefs. Sorry about that. And then for the Lions, man, just one of the worst offensive performances I've seen in a long time. Probably might be up there with the worst of Dan Campbell's era. Steve, Eagles game is just a way to turn off the TV. Thank you for the stream, my friend. Steve, anytime, my brother. Anytime. Thank you. Obviously, before anybody leaves, or if you're new here, please make sure you leave a like on the video. It helps a ton. It tells YouTube that people actually watch this and want to watch more of it. So thank you. If you could, before you head out. But thank you so much, man. Steve, have a good night. And then Captain, you mean 3? What do you mean by 3? We had 3 games, but I said 2 of them were really, really good. This one, if it would have been closer to like 20-24, I could be like sure, but not gonna lie, this one was a tough one. But a heck of a job, man. Like if you love film, if you love watching NFL film, especially defensive film, watch this game. The Eagles, Vic Fangio, with a freaking masterclass, dog. One of the best defensive performances I remember seeing in a long time. Like this was not just bad offense; it was part of that for sure. But this was a heck of a freaking defensive performance, man. The front 7 knocking balls down, putting pressure on Jared Goff almost every single snap. The secondary for the Eagles, man, tight coverage nearly all across the field, almost the entire freaking game. So yeah, this was a good defensive performance, man. I don't want that to get lost in all of this. But damn, it was boring to watch at times. Oh man. But yeah, either way, man, Eagles once again get a win, 8-2 on the year. They're one of the best teams in the NFL, despite looking terrible. They are winning, and that's all that matters. That's all that freaking matters. For Detroit, it's gonna be a tough couple weeks for them, man. They need to get back on the winning track. Right now, they are 6-4, and they are square second in the NFC North, behind Chicago and barely, and I mean barely, ahead of the Green Bay Packers. So we see here, Seastrom, if you're still here, I will be rooting for the Cowboys tomorrow. Absolutely. Oops, I mean because you wrapped up the Bills game. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Captain, appreciate you, my man. And then Steve, you too, my friend. David, good job, Steve. Right on. Positivity, man. Positivity in the chats. Right. Holy cow, man! We got 4 people still watching. Hey, can we get this channel, this video to 3 likes? 3 likes before we head out. Let's go. Alrighty. Shout out to David. You were in here basically the entire day, my man. I appreciate you. I know you had some things to do today, so I appreciate you being here. Captain Mickey Mouse, thank you for being here, my man. Packer Nation, you were in here for a bit as well. Shout out to you, my friend. Let's go. Go Pack, go. Seastrom, let's hope the Cowboys can get a big victory tomorrow, man. And also, congrats on the Aggies, man. Undefeated at 10-0. Let's go. Steve, shout out to you, my friend. Who else? Am I missing anybody? think that is it. Let's go. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. Have a great night. Thank you. Thank you. I will catch you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Football. And hey, guess what? YouTube TV and Disney finally got their stuff together and they have a deal. So there should be plenty of people watching that game tomorrow. So, all right, guys. I'll catch you for Monday night. Have a great start to your week. And let's get one more game in before week 11 is wrapped up. So, thank you so much. Have a great night. My name